part of that future is our outgoing chair, Neela Kanthi Ford, who has provided, I think I described it as wise leadership, unfailing energy, and absolute dedication to the Ireland India Business Association over the last 5 years. Certainly a hard act to follow from that regard. And I'd just like to say, personally, on behalf of the entire society, Neela Kanthi, thank you very, very much for everything you've done for the society.
Neela Kanthi Ford has played an exceptional role, showed enormous leadership, courage, dedication, and commitment in taking forward this organization over the last several years. Both the governments of Ireland and India.
I first met Neela Kanthi when I joined IIBA more than 10 years ago. She was already a member of the steering committee. She had a huge passion and dedication for doing things, and needless to say, IIBA wouldn't be in this position today if it was not for her. We are sorry to see her go as chair, but it would be unfair on our part to hold on to her any longer. To be quite honest, we ran out of excuses. Because she runs a business that spans across Ireland, UK and India, she has a broad knowledge of business links between India and this part of the world. She has a very good understanding of how businesses are run in India. In fact, she was the main driving force behind establishing the India chapter. She had close personal contacts with associations like FICCI, CII, and that resulted in IIBA signing a number of MOUs with them so that there would be more bilateral exchange at our events. She maintained an excellent relationship with the embassies and the ambassadors, both in Ireland and India, and she wouldn't be shy to call on them on IIBA's behalf when the need arose. As I said, she ran a very busy business of her own, but she devoted a huge amount of time to IIBA's work. She would start work very early in the morning and would continue until late in the night. We would almost get an instant reply to our texts or emails anytime, day and night. She's like one of those heads of state who don't need to sleep for very long. A very big thank you for all that you did for IIBA over the years and going in bit by bit.
When I joined the committee, Kanthi was chair, and one of the roles and part of her vision was to get the society registered in India after a few false starts. And I think, remember, Kanthi invited CRH to speak at one of our events, joint embassy events actually, way back in the Radisson in Silorgan, and CRH gave a great example of getting into bed with the wrong partner, and then they went through a journey, and next thing they got into bed with the right partner, and there was a photograph then of the CRH team at a wedding with 5,000 people.
I spent the last number of weeks watching The Crown, and when you mentioned the the passing ambassadors coming and going, I was thinking there are similarities between you and Her Highness. So your stamina and energy and all of that gave me to mind another thing that Liam, you touched on. Are we or aren't we going to see the Olympics? So, the Olympics, getting there, you need, stamina, determination, focus and zeal. You have it all, Neela Kanthi. So with all of that, I actually personally never thought you would actually leave. So I'm kind of tempted to say, how dare you? But, so listening to you, if you ever deserve to leave, it's now. So I just enjoyed working with you. I admire what you've done, and as Richard and Liam pointed out, you brought the the IIBA from zero to what it is now, to being well established. So I think we're all grateful for that. Well done, and thank you.
You've arranged some fantastic events. You've taken the association from where not a lot of people knew about IIBA. Forget India, where the chapter is new, even in Ireland as well. So now if people know about it, people come to events. The number of people that we see today, it's in a virtual event, it's a big achievement. In real events, we have seen house full in House of Lords and places like those. So well done.
I thank Neela Kanthi Ford for showing exceptional leadership in steering this organization of the last several years, which will not be easy.
Many thanks for all of your leadership till date.
Your legacy we'll finally get there. We will have the India Society up and running, and I hopefully when we can actually all meet it, maybe later this year, or probably more realistically next year, when we can be on the ground in India, and we'll hopefully have a great few opening celebrations or launching events, both in Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, and then as the society grows. So from myself, Kanthi, thanks very much for all that you've done, and I think the society is in a much better place having had you as the chair for the last number of years. So thank you.
A full round of applause to Neil Kanthi at this stage. Very, very, very
Definitely.